This is the last episode.
Fleetwood Mac. That hurts me. Those are some fucking. What are those? The tambourine?
That was a tambourine. That was worth it.
It sounds awful.
It's not a great tambourine.
No, that's like the worst tambourine I've ever heard.
It was given to me from the audio engineer that I interned for.
Give it back.
Yeah, he was like, I don't want this. It's bad. And I was like, sure, I'll take free shit.
Do you do that with food?
No, just for gear.
But you heard what that sounded like.
I can make it sound good. It's just like by itself.
You won't though.
No, I'm saying like I can make
You
some,
won't.
like with EQing and like it's.
You
I
won't.
know where it's bad. It's just not fun to fix.
Where did the tambourine touch you?
That's how I feel about this microphone though. Like its mic is like, I want a different. By the way, speaking of microphones, Rode has been killing it with like every
YouTuber.
Well, yeah, but specifically every like price range for microphones. So if you're looking for a microphone right now,
Not
and you want
sponsored.
something, and you not sponsored at all, but if you're looking for a microphone that's cheap, like $100 microphone, that and you don't want a condenser mic, I suggest dynamic mics over condenser mics. Most people disagree.
Opinions.
Condenser mics are better if you want clarity and wider range of frequency pickups. The issue is that they pick up a lot of background noise, and most people, if they're going for the cheaper end microphones, are probably not going to have rooms that sound good. So I recommend getting dynamic mic because then you don't pick up much of the room tone if you're going for that price range. Rode makes a $100 dynamic microphone. I believe it's called the Rode Pod Mic. It sounds awesome with a little bit of EQ, which you can find. Harris Heller or Alpha Gaming on YouTube has a video talking about this mic. He pretty much turns it into an SM7 with like 2 notches on an EQ, and it sounds really close to an SM7, which is like a $400 mic. So I'm actually thinking about buying this mic. Like,
is mics and settings the same as like you can have a shitty guitar, but if you like replace the parts, it can sound pretty good? Is it that kind of thing, or no, not even close?
Oh, it's not even close. It's more.
Okay.
This is literally like if you're looking for a mic because you're streaming or you're doing YouTube stuff or podcast, whatever. You'll probably have something where you can do an EQ thing. Like if you can get like a free plugin or something, like a free VST plugin, or even maybe whatever you're using just has the plugins already built in. Just use that. I don't remember what the freaking. I think it's pretty muddy. So I would recommend probably notching down a little bit, like 1 or 2 dB of
Pretty money.
of muddy.
Oh, they said pretty money.
No, muddy.
As in to imply that it is going to be expensive.
No. It's just notch down like 2 dB of like 400 hertz or something. Probably more actually, because you're probably using a cheap EQ, so probably you have to do like more, like 3 or 4 dB. Anyways, this is a not sponsor. This is just if you're happen to be looking for a microphone, the Rode Pod mic, absolutely amazing. Like I said, I'm actually thinking about getting one just because it's a good mic, and why not?
Not sponsored. Water, good.
Water, it's fine. I don't drink rain though, so you know.
Wait, hold up. What does that mean?
No,
wait, no, you're not getting out of it. What does that mean? I don't drink rain. What the hell does that mean?
So I believe I got I don't remember where I got
brain rot.
No. Yeah, well,
Alcohol, idiot.
I don't remember where I heard the term rain like described as like drinking water as just describing like. Yeah, you're right. Brain rot.
Yeah, it's brain rot. Did you get it from drinking all that rainwater?
No, I think
all
I saw
that formaldehyde.
I think from a movie they were like, I don't drink fucking rain. Like, and they're just talking about like a cup of water.
Sounds like it's a bit from like Superbad.
It's ever since then I've just been describing
well,
water
if you
as rain.
really want to think about it, you're drinking fish pee.
Yeah.
Or real people pee.
I just
they just clean it up
as rain. I don't know. It's funny to me.
Whenever I think of
I
rain,
also don't really drink water that much. I only drink water when I'm drinking.
It's in water's in the alcohol.
Yeah, but if you don't drink water, you'll get dehydrated, and that's how you get hangovers.
I know that. I've seen The Hangover Part 2 where they had the monkey.
I have not. I've only seen Hangover 1 on TV.
Hangover 1 is aged kind of poorly.
I've only seen the TV edit.
Well, yeah, even then. Then 2 and 3 I've only saw scene 2. Well, I've seen 2 and 3.
Scene 2?
Scene 2.
Scene 2 of Hangover 2.
They're not good.
By the way, Zombieland 2 is out, and I can finally talk about it.
Oh yeah, movies. I saw a trailer for, and I was like, I'm not going to see that.
The NDA is now up. I can talk about that movie.
Woody
I saw the
boy.
movie like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
It's not good. Don't watch it if you're thinking about watching it. It's. I talked to some people who have seen it now that it's out. I'm one because it was long enough
with you at the screening.
Well, because it's long enough ago it's long enough ago to where they could have fixed the movie in the edit, and I thought they would move some scenes around, but based off of what I'm hearing people talk about the movie, now that it's out, it has not moved around at all. It really, all they did was add
effects in post-production.
Because when I watched the movie, I think I talked about this.
Yeah, you talk about I saw it.
The version of the movie that I saw literally had a scene missing that said, with a black and white screen that just in text said "truck flips over." Like that's how early of a cut I saw. Like there was nothing like. And even that version, I was like, it's kind of slow. Like I know the music, they hadn't finished the soundtrack, so some of the music was temporary music and stuff like that. So I was like, this movie feels a little like cheapy, and I'm sure it's just because it's the early version. But like the scenes feel weirdly paced, and hopefully that'll be fixed in the edit. So I had like a meh opinion on the movie, just based off of what I saw. It wasn't great.
I don't remember. Did I ask you? Do people have a love for the original Zombieland movie like that?
My friend Ricky, it's his favorite movie. His favorite movie of all time.
Because I saw it when it came out. I was like, hey, this is kind of fun. It's not.
I like it a lot. It's not.
But I don't think about it at all. I think about it only whenever I see a snowball.
Yeah, fair.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like that scene with the mansion is not that funny.
Yeah, no.
But everyone talks about it. I'm like, it's not.
There are moments. The movie has I think that movie has
fine. Like it's okay.
A unique enough style and like voice to it that like. I think there's a reason why it holds in some people's head, just because it's... Maybe
it was better because it became a movie when it didn't want to be. I talked about it before, but people don't know that it was supposed to be a TV show first.
Oh, really?
And then it was a movie.
Yeah, I think
and they tried a TV show that nobody watched on Amazon, and then they did a sequel.
I remember that. Yeah, the sequel, if you love the movie and you're like, I'm excited for the sequel, even if you don't, just don't look at the movie. It's not good. It's like a 4 out of 10. Like it's fine. Like it's barely passable.
What else are you gonna watch on Halloween? I guess is what everyone says.
Yeah.
So people watch fucking dog shit, and it makes me sad. I love horror themed films.
Watch Joker. It's great. It's like a 9 out of 10.
Just watch The Witch again.
The Witcher. The Witcher.
Well, I'll watch The Witcher on Netflix. Not sponsored. With Henry Cavill's shitty wig.
I'm excited for The Witcher.
Fucking thick chin.
I'm excited for The Witcher. I am mostly because I'm playing the game and I just
hope they have the most generic fantasy music of all time.
Yeah. I'm kind of hoping this show is a little shitty.
I hope it's god awful.
Yeah.
Like, not shitty, I mean like terrible.
Oh, really?
Like Death Note the movie.
Yeah.
I want that.
Oh, no, I don't want that.
I want to laugh.
Okay.
Because I don't think I'll see a good video game movie that's not animated in my lifetime.
Well, this is a show.
It doesn't exist.
Well, speaking of...
Street Fighter the movie is pretty dope if you've never seen it. That movie's fucking awesome.
Speaking of movies / TV shows that are adapted after mediums from other things. Other mediums of other things and other things that are mediums. I feel like I could have stopped so early in that and it would have been fine.
I was going to get tongue-tied.
It could have been fine. Watchmen. My voice decided to die.
That's a good review. Pretty good.
So the Watchmen show's out. It's on HBO. The first season is out. Or the first episode, I mean.
Or the torrents out there. Because fuck paying HBO money, I guess.
Yeah. That's pretty much... Yeah, I saw it. I don't have HBO, but I saw it.
How?
The internet.
Yeah. Your friend brought over their HBO and their cable box and went, hey, I have HBO. And you're like, thanks, best friend in the whole wide world.
He brought his HBO DVD and I installed it and it was
He brought his DirecTV satellite dish.
He brought his HBO Game Shark.
No, it's Game Genie, idiot.
I was a Game Shark kid.
Action Replay.
Also
Action Replay. It's Action Replay.
Action Replay. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so...
Give me infinite max potions and master balls.
You're never going to watch the show.
No.
Yeah, you're never...
Watchmen has already been ruined twice.
No matter how good of reviews...
So I keep the memories of the thing that I hold dear to me.
No matter how good reviews are of the show, you will never watch it.
Yep.
Okay.
Because I can do that because I have self-control, Lewis.
Yeah, that's fine.
Many things... I am passionate about many things that are not real and things that are real in my lifetime, but things that are usually not real, like the fiction and media that I enjoy, usually gets ruined all the time by either its creators or people that aren't related to it making sequels or prequels or dumb bullshit. Mm-hmm. And I can just stop.
There's a fundamental difference.
For most things, I can just stop.
The fundamental difference between you and me when it comes to content is I'm addicted to it.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah. And I have been for years.
Just stop.
I just counted all the YouTube tabs on my laptop currently. I have 20.
Have you ever
23 YouTube tabs currently open on my laptop.
Like I hate watching things that are like middle of the road because I'm like, I wasted my fucking time. I sat here just being like, it's all right, keeping my pulse. That's it.
Yeah.
So I don't do that.
No, I have to. I will die if I don't.
I have an extreme curiosity because I have to know what is the deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like, all right, it's been 7 or 8 years. I'm just gonna look at it. What is the deal?
Yeah.
Or I have to be really interested in it because it's something about it that attracts me and my tastes.
Yeah.
Or it's like, hey, it's a classic. I should go check it out.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to see. There are many things that I enjoy that have many a spinoff or whatever dumb bullshit.
You're more reasonable than I am.
Because there's not enough goddamn time on the planet Earth.
I just don't sleep. That's it. I just don't sleep.
I'm also not sleeping, and it doesn't.
Yeah, but that's unrelated. That's a whole other thing.
But it didn't matter anyways. I wasn't watching any more new shit. I was just like doing other things.
Yeah. I get like 2 or 3 hours of sleep a night, like because I'm watching. I'm on season 6 of
Walking
Walking Dead already.
So much worse, and I'm angry.
Dude, I have no. Dude,
you should have all the acne and the worst hair.
I should have all of the obesity, all of the.
Honestly, you might, so you just don't know it.
Yeah, probably.
You're like, hey, I'm 27. My heart stops every time I drink a soda.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, let me eat this hot dog.
Yeah. I'm running on nothing.
I hope you keep your feet. Hope you don't get that diabetes.
Yeah, same. Honestly. All right, so
like Fat Albert,
the Watchmen HBO show.
Who watches the Watchmen?
Who watches the Watchmen? I do. It's good.
Hey, I was setting it up and you sent it home.
Yeah.
Proud of you, son.
Yeah, I did a good for once.
You get a participation medal. Get a gold sticker.
Should I spoil? It's hard. Should I spoil this?
It just came out.
Yeah, I guess I won't spoil it because
this
is the first episode.
What's your impression?
Okay, my impression. Okay, so pretty much the way the show works. First of all, the show is
when is it set?
This takes place in 2019.
How political?
Yeah. But it's in the universe of the comic book Watchmen, which matters. It's not the movie sequel. It is the comic book sequel.
Because the movies it's an adaptation.
Meaning I'm not going to spoil the comics because there's a lot of people who haven't read the comics. So
who should?
There's a fundamental difference from how the tone of it, but the ending of the comics.
It's a pretty
compared to the movie.
Big difference.
Very drastic for what the world should be after the fact.
The state of the world of Watchmen is very different in both.
Yes. And so
they're both not like you have to pick one or the other. They're not close enough that you can just blend them together. They're too different.
There's a more how would you describe it without spoiling? Supernatural not the right word.
Finite. I would say finite for the comic ending.
I'm saying to describe how some of what happens in the show. There's a more
the comic is more fantastical.
There you go. There's a more fantastical sci-fi fan. There's a perfect.
Because it is like they're taking like the science pulp fantasy of the 50s.
Yeah.
In Watchmen, and then putting like in a gritty 80s setting.
Yeah, most of Watchmen is very grounded until the very end where it's over the top.
Well, one or two people are not grounded in terms of like their thing. But then it goes batshit at the end.
Everyone knows about Dr. Manhattan. Yeah.
But everything goes batshit at the end, and it's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. And that's what's terrifying about it is because it's so grounded for the most part, and then this insane thing happens.
Which is why everything hurts so much more. Well, everything hurts from the first chapter. But,
so Watchmen takes place after that, and it does a really good job of setting in a world that is now traumatized after this horrible event.
Mm-hmm. Would you relate it to the latest Avengers movie where they failed in that aspect? I wish there was more of that.
I wish there was a little bit. Yeah,
this is kind of neat.
Yeah, like Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man, Far From Home should have had.
I thought it was going to be about that, but no, we're going to go.
I think they do a pretty good
joke line
about it, but it's not.
That plot point exists for a romance triangle that doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah. It's
It does give a good scene where he's naked, where he's like in boxer shorts with that lady in leather. That part's pretty funny.
Yeah. An event like that should give every human on the planet PTSD. Honestly, it's a terrifying thing. And the show so far is the first episode, so I can't say too much about
So do they say what year Watchmen the comics took place in? Do they say it's the 80s or the 70s?
I think they say
how long has it been since the events of Watchmen?
It's 2019. The year is 2019.
No, but how many decades?
Whatever that would have been. Did they never say when Watchmen is?
I don't remember if they ever say a year. I just guess it's like the 60s or 70s.
I think they do because
the way it looks.
Because the way you know what year I believe is because when Nixon gets elected and then how long he stays in for, and then you just do that math. And And so
we're going to assume it's the comics like the 1970s.
Here's a tiny spoiler. So in Watchmen, term limits get abolished. They do that in the comics, and so
it's a plot. It's a minor plot thing.
So after Nixon is out of office, Robert Redford becomes president and is still president to this day. So I think after 30 years, I think they say 30 years.
You know what?
Of presidency.
I can believe that because Watchmen is weird. Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 30 years
alternate history.
Yep. 30 years of
alternate
Robert
everything.
Redford history.
Sure.
And then so I'll just do a little bit world building without spoilers of plots, just world building spoilers if you care about that, whatever. In this, and Watchmen, all vigilante stuff has been heroes stuff like that have been outlawed.
Like the Incredibles.
Yeah, but in
no capes.
Yeah, in this show, the only people now that can wear masks are police because what happened was there was an uprising against cops and where people would kill cops and try to find their families and hurt their families and stuff like that. So in order to keep policemen safe, police now wear masks. And so the only people that are allowed to wear masks now are police. It's very interesting concept. And literally there's like policemen that are like, have like
authority with masks and helmets is very intimidating.
It's also very interesting because some of them have like fantastic, like they kind of like super, like there's one I think called Big Red, I think, or something like that. He's like based off of, like, he's like his like a stereotypical like Soviet Union like superhero guy. He's like all in red. And he's Russian and like.
Does he fight with a sickle and hammer?
No, I wish though.
I kind of love that over the top.
There's one
shit.
that's kind of that looks like straight up like a what's the word? Evolution of Rorschach, except his mask is all silver, and he's like the interrogator. I don't know his name, but it's something like that. And so he interrogates people like and stuff like that. He has his own like kind of unique way of interrogating people. So there's like characters that have their own little.
But pretty much the authority of the people that are allowed to hide.
The only
themselves.
people that can wear masks are cops. Yeah, and so you have to have a secret. You have to like make up a backstory for yourself. And you have like a secret identity that is being a cop. Like, no, you can't tell the general public that you're a cop. So you have to have your own like, oh, this person has a bakery, and you go to the bakery, and it's like underneath it, like their secret.
You make up like a fake double life.
Yeah, it's like that. Like this is what.
Why is this Watchmen? Now I'm like, why is this?
It's very crazy. This is okay. So so there's a lot of stuff like that about the show so far that I'm seeing that are a lot of really really creative points that could have been their own thing.
Yeah, this sounds interesting enough that it being Watchmen makes me want to watch it even less.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean. Because like, if this wasn't Watchmen, I think you'd like this. Like it's
or at least I would like think about checking it out because
it's really
because they're gonna have to tie it in at some point, and that's
so
where
there
I'm
are already some tie-ins. Again, I won't spoil what they are, but there's some tie-ins. There's
character mentions, I guess.
Yeah, character mentions. Yeah. You see certain things
because you have to. Those people are too important.
And based off of where I think the show is going, because it opens with like a 10-minute like. Scene in the 1920s in Oklahoma. The show takes place in Oklahoma, and so there's a real life massacre that happened of like a city that was mostly black people, of like these planes coming over and like bombing pretty much the city. This is like a real thing that happened
in the U.S.
Yeah, I didn't even know about this. And so it starts with that, and it pretty much you're following this kid, and the kid grows up to be a character in the show, and so that's. Will be an important character. We don't know anything about him yet, but he will be an important character. And it opens in a very weird place because it's like all you're like, okay, so it's starting with this racial thing, and then it goes to the cop thing, and it's like, okay, I see where you guys are going with this.
Yeah, this could be neat because
you're doing like a relevant like the cult. There's a cult group called the Seventh Cavalry. They're pretty much
that's a dope ass name.
Yeah, they're pretty much a white supremacist group that pretty much idolized Rorschach. The idea is that like they took Rorschach's ideas out of context.
That makes me depressed.
Yeah.
Because Rorschach is not the best guy.
No, Rorschach is not the best guy, but he's not a racist. He's just insane.
At the very least, hey, man. At least Rorschach isn't racist. Yeah. It's the worst defense of that character I've ever heard and made up.
But that's also,
holy cow.
But that's kind of.
But yeah.
Like
real martyrs, their ideas are distorted through
all
time.
The Seventh Cavalry, they wear Rorschach, like their own versions of Rorschach masks. Like they paint them. They don't.
Oh yeah, I saw pictures of them.
Yeah.
In
they're literally one of the criticisms that I'm saying is like, oh, you guys are trying to make this too political. It's like obviously this is the alt right. Obviously this is about cops.
No, people say that no.
Well, I actually kind of. I usually agree. Not usually. I often agree with that. Like, oh, sometimes things don't have to be political. Like, you don't have to add.
Sure, but that's in any point in history.
Yeah. That being said, one of the reasons
that's such a lazy criticism of like this is political, so I don't like it. That's a very lazy criticism.
The reason why I think it works here is again why I think I was telling Andres about this before the podcast. The show feels like it's respecting Watchmen enough because, and when I say it's like, oh, they're ruining Rorschach, blah blah blah. This is the first episode based off of how it ended on a cliffhanger, obviously, and it seems like, oh, there's something way deeper here. It's not about this like political racial. This will
be a subplot.
This political racial thing it's a sub. It's masking what's deeper here. The biggest thing, Adrian Veidt, the Ozymandias, who is the character in the original Watchmen. Again, I'm not going to spoil it.
Yeah, I can't even say anything about with these characters because you can't.
But he's still alive, except he is pronounced dead in the show. There's like a newspaper thing that says like Veidt officially pronounced dead, but he's secretly alive. Like he's in hiding pretty much. Mm-hmm. We don't know why. Actually, Ozymandias, and he's plotting something. There's some secret plots going on. There's something really deep happening. Like it's like something
conspiratorial.
Which I'm actually really excited to see uncovered, just because this surface of this racial issue going on. These
And
white supremacist group and this
issue
like,
with
anti-cop thing.
Yeah, issue with authority and
which is interesting on its own
because the world. I would imagine if any place would become a police state, it's a post-disaster.
Oh yeah, totally.
In most fiction, it's why is there a police state? Because things went bad once. Fuck that. We're not letting it happen again.
There's
and usually,
there's this one really cool scene that I don't want to spoil just because it's really cool, and two, it would kind of the reasoning of why it happens would spoil the ending of the comics.
Save it for people.
Yeah,
Save it for people.
There's this really weird thing that happens that is like, this is fantastical a little bit. Like, what the fuck is happening right now? Why is it?
And they didn't show that they would do that.
One of the things that's really cool about it is that like everyone, like the entire city is like, oh shit, this is happening. All right, let's just get over with this.
Yeah.
And then it ends like, it's like, oh, this has been a recurring thing, I guess, ever since this crazy event.
Yeah. I like that when it happens in fiction. It's like, hey, this bullshit's happening. It's weird to you, but it's like, again?
Yeah.
Again with the demons.
This is what I'm saying. Like,
I'm buying milk.
There's a respect for the audience. There's a respect for the source material that I'm noticing already, and it has its own unique voice that you don't feel like it's not like Doomsday Clock, like the comic Doomsday Clock, where it's just like,
did you ever look at Doomsday Clock?
No, but I know enough about it.
I hate it more than most people.
Yeah.
But holy cow,
I know enough about it to understand why I probably wouldn't like it.
The
to
cover
why you
alone,
hate it.
if you look at the first cover of Doomsday Clock, you're like, man, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah. It's that's the kind of disrespect that this is not doing.
And before Watchmen, it's just like unnecessary. It's not bad.
I believe is it Comics Explained? The guy with the deep voice? I think it's Comics Explained.
I don't watch comic YouTubers,
but he had a theory that this might
tie into Doomsday Clock.
Yeah, this might be a prequel to Doomsday Clock. I hope not, because that'd be retarded. But if it does, whatever.
Doomsday Clock is like one of the. I think it's the last thing I ever read out of spite. Like, I didn't know what the fuck happens to this thing. I read it. With a bunch of people who are just
still going. It's still going.
I know. I'm still reading it because we meet a bunch of people that I know that are like, man, fuck this thing, but it barely updates, so we're gonna read it until we see how it ends really badly.
Hate reading it.
I did the last time I did this with a comic was the first Injustice comics,
no.
mainly because those were bad and they became really funny because Albert took Superman pills and it was fucking hilarious.
That's really funny.
You know how Injustice, like how they can fight on equal terms.
Yeah.
They take basically Superman pills in the first one.
Oh, okay.
And it's really funny
because
people that are not Superman take the pills and it's fucking hilarious. Like, yeah, how's Green Arrow gonna fight Superman or Chitara or whatever?
They do drug.
They have to do a drug or a Superman belt or something, and it's really funny.
Anyways,
the dumbest shit.
So yeah, the show. So yeah, like I said, I'm really enjoying it. I can't rate it. It's just the first fucking episode, but I'm going to continue. I'm going to watch it every week. I'll give. I probably won't do weekly updates of it. Just I'll
go to say if it shits the bed.
Yeah.
Or if you're loving it.
Yeah. If something
like it, love it, gotta have it.
Yeah. There you go. Remember to like. What is it? Like, follow, and obey.
Give me 5 stars.
Give me 5 stars on YouTube.
And leave
please.
a video response down below.
Fuck. All right. So yeah, it's good. If you like if you like the comics and you're not as bitter as he is about anything that's relating to Watchmen after the comics, then
if you can let good things die, you can say goodbye to yesterday.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. If you're not as bitter as him, then then watch this.
Yeah.
If you're content with how the comics ended, you like how it ends on a cliffhanger, and there's not really any explanation about it. Ends.
It doesn't end, but it ends.
It's over, and you're like, okay, cool. Then you don't have
these characters had their story.
But again, I think there's enough uniqueness in here, enough that's separate from Watchmen that you can enjoy it.
It might be good enough on its own.
I think it's good enough on its own.
I'm curious. I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Do people who have not read or seen the Watchmen movie, how much do you think they would enjoy it? I'm curious. You
would enjoy it because it's
for now, because
Yeah. It seems like you'd probably like it just because
you wouldn't be
curious.
lost in what they're talking about, or
you'd be kind of
how
lost.
much do they explain like what happened to the world?
They say they mention Dr. Manhattan.
Okay.
They talk about that stuff.
I was curious. It was like how much they rely on you knowing it.
There's references to the ending. That's
what I was also curious about. I'm like, how much are they going to rely on you being a fan?
Yeah, like
Watchmen is popular.
The biggest thing that I've noticed was all the introduction of Adrian Veidt. Like at the end, like the episode ends with him. That stuff would be super confusing if you have no idea who that is. Like if you don't know who that is, you're like, this is just a weird dude, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
All right, whatever.
They might not explain it. They have to explain it later.
Okay. There's a lot of stuff like I would say like the creator said, obviously they say everyone says this is like, if it's for fans of the comics and people who are new.
That's what marketing people say.
Yeah. This is not.
You won't be lost.
No.
For now,
other way around. I think it. I don't know how it would work without knowing the comics.
Okay.
I would say if you saw the movie,
you probably might be okay.
I think if you saw the movie,
because I know a lot of people just have seen the movie.
If you're not into comics at all, you're like, I can't be fucked enough to read comics.
I know they're called modern Marvel fans.
Yeah.
They just watch the movies.
You're right. You're 100% right.
I am incredibly right.
Yeah.
And I feel bad that I'm saying it like an asshole because I am.
Yeah. Then if you're like, I watched the movie. I liked it a lot. I'm excited to see what they're doing.
I love when they use those obvious music cues.
Yeah,
I'm a big sucker.
There are some music cues in it that are like fine.
There's nothing as bad as like the movie.
I forgot. Okay, I will say this. When it cuts from that flashback scene to like where it is in modern, whatever, there's a character in a car that he's driving and it has a Future song on. And I was like, fuck this show. Straight. I was about to turn it off. I was like, no, I'm out. I'm out. This is not going to be great.
It's playing in the world.
Yeah. I was like, this is what is happening.
What?
That was probably the worst.
I'm losing my mind.
Yeah. It was so out of place.
I need to find a clip of that. It exists on like Twitter or something. That sounds like the funniest shit.
It's so hilarious.
Oh man, that beats 99 Love Balloons in the movie.
Yeah.
That shit made me laugh when I heard it. I'm like, are you serious for the funeral scene? Are you really this obvious? Because you play the song about balloons and you pan to a balloon flying. It's like this is fucking screenwriting 101. Holy shit.
Yeah. So
what? Do you know what song it was?
No.
Because I know all the songs sound the same because they kind of do.
I could actually probably find it because I looked it up on my phone.
That's really funny.
But, you know, like on my Pixel, I can do like, what song is this?
Yeah.
And so I did that, and I could go through my history and find it, but it would take too long.
That's so funny.
It was dumb.
Oh man,
I was about to turn it off. Honestly, I
need to find that clip. That sounds like the funny shit I'm gonna see all week.
That has no indication on the quality of this at all. It was surprising. I know, but it was surprisingly out of taste.
It's so jarring.
Yeah, it was surprisingly out of place. Like it was like, what? Okay.
It's like I'm watching Game of Thrones, and for like the credits song, they put on Wu-Tang.
Yeah, literally, that's what happened. Or
I'd be more down.
Yeah, even worse. It was like if they do Game of Thrones and like in the middle of the episode they play a Wu-Tang song. Like that's how jarring it was.
I'd watch Game of Thrones.
So other than that,
no original score. It's just pop songs.
It seems like it's going to be good. I'm very excited. My only
12 episodes. 12 or 10?
I think 9 actually. It's only 9.
Is that considered a miniseries?
It's going to be.
Okay, what is considered a miniseries on HBO now? Because Chernobyl was a miniseries.
I think it was like 6 or 7.
Does that just mean like 6 or 7 and like it's only one season? Is that what that means now?
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much miniseries to me means one season for HBO. Like one season that's less than 10 episodes.
And they're planning to do probably more than that.
They have not said any word on if they're going to do. So I have no. All they have said is that the mysteries shown in the first episode will all be wrapped up in the last episode.
That's a big promise.
Yeah. So all the stuff that they're setting up will be wrapped up at the end. So if they want to do a sequel, another season,
they have to write more.
They'd have to completely write something else, probably, or
unless they're lying,
or they're lying.
I've heard of the show Lost.
Yeah, my guess.
Writers lie sometimes.
Yeah, my guess is they're gonna wait to see how well the show does, like every other show on the planet, like every other piece of media in Hollywood.
Because it's fucking expensive.
Yeah.
To make a show.
It looks good. Like it looks. It's HBO, so obviously they don't.
No, they got good money.
Yeah. There's nothing. There wasn't a moment where I was like, this looks shit. Like this is. Because there's a little bit of CG in some of the fantastical stuff I was talking to you about. And also,
it has to be.
Yeah,
fantastical effects have to be CG now.
I'm sorry, what?
Like fantastical effects of that nature, they have to.
Some of it was, I believe there was one that there was CG and then became practical that I really appreciated. I was like, I'll
look into that myself.
There's a little
I want to know.
I'll talk to you after the podcast and I'll tell you exactly what scene I'm talking about. I'll see if I can find it. I'll also try to find the future one. But it's good.
Think about that like all day.
I'm excited. That's all I can say. There's not much to say because
that's better than I thought to hear.
Yeah,
because people were like, it's okay so far. Like I didn't hear any love or hate. It's like, it's all right.
Yeah,
I'm kind of liking it so far.
That's pretty much everyone's is confused. I think that's which is fair. I think that's what they're trying to go for this episode is
better than
have a lot of different plot points that are really kind of confusing because it's like, hey, we will explain this. Just I promise, just stay with me. That's kind of what the show is.
That's better than going, hey, remember, for like half an hour.
Yeah, you know what? There's not a lot of there is one or two.
Well, you hear about Ozzy, but that's like whatever. That's a character name.
Yeah, there's one or two like member berries that I didn't.
Is that what we're calling it now?
Yeah, I guess so.
Fuck that. I'm so tired of South Park dictating language. Fuck that. We're not changing it.
Okay.
Fuck them.
Okay.
I ain't doing it.
So there's one or two of them that I didn't hate.
It's just gonna be part of the story.
Yeah, well, one of them was specifically relating to Ozymandias that I was like, if you read the comics, you'll get it. If you didn't, you won't understand what the fuck this means nothing to you. And it wasn't even like a wink and a nod. It's like, hey, remember this? If you read this is for fans. It's more just like, this matters. Like this is an important thing.
This character will matter.
Or this object, this thing. Yeah. Okay, that's enough about Watchmen. It's good. If you're like I said,
it's big.
Watch it if you want. You have a league thing.
I didn't do it. I'm not Riot. I'm not Tencent.
What did you do?
A League for the 10th anniversary spectacular Wombo combo. They decided to announce games that I can give a shit about.
They're doing an FPS.
What's one of them? Yeah.
I forgot that is real.
Yeah. They decided they announced 3 separate projects that they showed off. The first is that they're having an event going on with League from like their new map shit and basically big things for League, but that's kind of out of my thing. I haven't played the game in like 4 or 5 years.
That's because you don't hate yourself that much.
Wish I did. I can make all the Korean money. But yeah, there's like a big, and you also get like hey, if you play the game during an anniversary event, which I think is like happening as of recording. Well, it starts in 7. Oh no, ends today. So whatever. There's like an event like hey, get daily rewards if you log in. Their game Teamfight Tactics, which I'm actually thinking about trying either that or the Dota one just to look at it.
Yeah, a lot of streamers play it.
I just haven't, because they're getting paid to, obviously, but they're popular. I just want to look at those games to see if I would enjoy them. Yeah. My big thing is that I'm thinking about playing the League one because it's shorter. Because the Dota Ownerlords one is like 40-minute games.
Oh, geez.
And I've heard like the ones in the League one are half.
I've heard Teamfight Tactics games, yeah.
And they're not that is coming to mobile with like similar content updates in terms of like speed of updates, which is neat. It's a good mobile game, a game that people care about on mobile. Is sweet. You all have phones. League's getting a card game, which I'm interested in because I want more TCGs that are digital. Because I've been fucking with the Magic one on. It's okay.
Because it's free on PC.
Well, it's free on everything. Like
it's not on Android.
Shadowverse. I want to get back into, but it's been too long. Hearthstone we'll talk about later.
Yeah.
But yeah, that should be coming out in 2020 for PC and mobile, which you'd better. It's a card game. You have to launch it on both.
Yep. Still waiting for Gwent on Android.
Jinx and Yasuo, which are probably the most popular characters in the game, that outside of people knowing the game are there. Because Yasuo rules, and Jinx is whatever. She had a music video that was really popular, but whatever. Yasuo rules. He's too cool to be in that game. He belongs in his own manga. But fuck. You remember who Yasuo is? The samurai guy who fights with wind? That guy's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He does not belong in that game. Like most characters that I love in that game. I wish there was something that I liked. But hey, if it's going to be like a hero-based thing like a Hearthstone or Shadowverse where you pick a character they have abilities, or like Teppen, which is Capcom's thing, I'm down for like a character-based deck building thing. That sounds really fun.
Yeah, sure.
With, right polish. That's always good.
I have no real hate for
no date, but just 2020.
TCGs.
The second one they talked about is they're making a new, I guess, kind of remix of a 5v5 MOBA called Wild Rift, probably League of Legends Wild Rift.
Yep.
For mobile and console.
Yeah, I pre-registered.
Which is really interesting. It's something that I remember them talking about like 6 or 7 years ago. When people were ripping off MOBAs for consoles and mobile before.
Yeah, I pre-registered for this one just because I'm curious.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna.
The idea is that it is designed for a twin stick control scheme and for
like 10-minute matches.
Yeah, like 15 to 18-minute games.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
and it's not going to be a port. It is a brand new game. Yeah. Which I wonder if people would want that in 2020 on consoles and mobile.
Well,
because there are League ripoffs that do well that are made by like the Chinese or whatever. On mobile, they do really well. Like League of Summoners or whatever the fuck it's called. They have generic names.
I'm surprised on
a console.
So on mobile, here's the thing. So
there's a ton, right?
I'm actually surprised. This is going to be a weird comparison, but stay with me. I'm surprised on how well Call of Duty Mobile is doing on mobile. Like
I'm not shocked at all. It's Call of Duty.
Like no, okay. So I'm.
The numbers are a bit crazy though, but yeah,
that's what I mean.
Like, I'm not super surprised.
I guess not super or anything, but it's one of those things where it's like it's doing very, very well. Like like everyone knows Call of Duty. It's a full it really is like
it's a full featured game,
full featured experience on mobile.
It's really predatory for its microbuys, but
I would say not as predatory as
it's fucking bad. I played it. It's bad. It's not the worst. Trust me, it's worse.
Dude, I've been playing this game for
since it is a very Chinese mobile game because it was made by a Chinese company. I can tell by the way the menus and font are made. I'm like, this was good. I have a feeling when I was playing it.
I don't think. Here's why I say it's not predatory specifically. Is because the stuff that you don't.
It's not okay. It's okay. It's predatory, but I don't mean gross. You see what I mean?
There's microtransactions that I'd rather not be in there. But if you're gonna put one in there, this is one that I'm like, I have no.
My thing is that I call it predatory, but not super gross, but it's getting there.
Why predatory?
Is that when you open up the game, it shows you to buy the stuff.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I consider that predatory.
Oh, I don't mind
because you know that what that's for, right? Yeah. It's to chip down your mental wall to want to buy it.
Yeah.
Most mobile games now, because people don't like that and they complain, unless you make them in China or Japan, they just do that. They don't do it anymore, unless they're super greedy. And that's why I say predatory, not.
If that's just it, that's not even that. That's not that big of a deal to me.
It's bad, but I think you don't care about the stuff as much as I do because I hate this shit.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I play gachas and I hate this shit.
Yeah, this isn't.
But at least gachas don't do it. Well, some gachas don't do that shit.
Regardless, the point I'm trying to make is that like full feet. There's a market obviously for full featured games on mobile.
Of course, there's always been,
but
I think me and you would agree, not paying money for.
Yeah.
This has been proven many times. Because the mobile game market is a fucking lottery.
Yeah.
Always has been. Since it launched on the iOS store back in how long ago?
The App Store?
Yeah. The iOS App Store.
The App Store.
The iOS App Store for games. It's always been a fucking gamble.
Something like that?
Yeah. Always been.
2010?
You can make the best game ever made or a really good port. Doesn't matter. It's the luck of the draw and spam of ads. There's like no real way to get good at making mobile games other than learning how to spam and game the algorithm, which is depressing. But if it's a game that has a name on it, that's a brand, like maybe a Marvel or a TV show or a cartoon or anime, and it's free to play, that's it. That gets people interested enough to even install it.
I guess.
And installs, just to even look at them, do matter for continued revenue. That's a proven fact.
Oh, yeah.
Just even trying it is enough for them.
Yes.
Which is why free-to-play games are like the thing.
The way they advertise numbers on the Play Store and the App Store is just like, hey, 200 million downloads. All that means is I touched it, I downloaded it. I might not even opened it. I just downloaded it.
And that's what the market is now.
Yeah.
But if more of those games can be like, at least Call of Duty Mobile, it's an alright game.
It's a good game. It's
better than I thought it would be, but it's not. I'm not going to play it anymore. But hey, it's all right.
I'm enjoying it. My friend, I have two friends specifically who have been playing the fuck out of it.
At least in the video game part of that video game, there is effort there. It's surprising, and that's cool.
I'm hoping this. What is it called?
It's just going to be called Wild Rift for now.
Yeah. So Wild Rift seems to.
And they said, it will launch. It'll launch on mobile, presumably first in 2020. They don't say first, but they say on mobile in 2020.
Yeah.
So probably mobile first, and then console Windows later. Yeah. Probably like later in the year.
I'm excited to see it exist.
I'm fascinated by.
I'm not gonna
a MOBA like League being stripped down on twin stick control. That's really interesting.
Well, I've played them before. I've been playing
a console MOBA.
I've been playing the mobile ones forever. I've been.
But like MOBAs,
a lot of them are really good.
On a controller with twin stick is like what's sticking with me. That means like that means they're really thinking about how this game's gonna be played.
I've done one of them on
Switch.
On Switch, that one that was on Switch, it's not good.
Yeah, but that's because that game is not good. Yeah, probably.
So that's why it's like I don't know if it's the. But I've played a lot of mobile versions of MOBAs that are, I believe, all are twins. I don't know if all of them are.
Are you playing Heroes in New Earth?
I don't. None in
so
the last
came
couple.
And went.
None in the last couple of years. But in high school I used to play a lot.
Exists.
Yeah, in high school I used to play a lot of them, like all different types of them. And
because they free.
Yeah, they're free and they're fun. I played. It's like, oh, I can play this for 20 minutes.
Whatever. Buy a cool skin where sometimes I might see some of a tit, and that's cool.
Yeah. So. Anyways, next, and then the last thing.
Besides games, there's a couple, like two short ones.
Okay.
They're announcing a new animated series called Arcane.
Yeah.
Which I'm interested in because it's animated. That's enough for me, and I love the arts and art style of League.
3D animation?
We don't know.
Okay.
That's why I'm curious. I'm like 2D, 3D. I'd rather be 2D, but
of course
we've gotten 2D before. For some of like the skin and like campaign options, we've had like cool. Like they had a couple years ago. They had one where it was like all like sleek cyberpunk skins. They made like a cool like a 2D animated thing for all of them.
I'd love 2D animation just because it's fun.
This doesn't exist.
And I want to see more of it.
And then the shooter you're talking about.
Yep.
Which is Project A. These are the ones that have no titles.
Yeah.
The next three. Project A is a stylish, a competitive character-based tactical shooter for PC.
Yeah.
PC.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
I get it. Just PC. For now. Very interested in that.
I'm
very interested of what the fuck that could be.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping it's just another.
I want Paladins, but fixed. Paladins was a better. It's okay. It's still a good game. Was a better game when I liked the movement stuff better.
It just gets boring after a while because it's only 2 modes.
Well, when you get into like competitive, it's really cool. Like with like the balance and like when you play the metagame, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
That thing is suffering from poor management on polish. Not the dev team, the artist. It has no polish.
Yeah.
That game is fucking needs a fresh coat of paint and bug fixes badly still. And it's a bummer because that game's good. I'd love a game like that because Overwatch stopped being it for me, and Paladins was a cool version of that. Paladins was being made before Overwatch
came out first, but
a really good video about these two types of games, and then one that died by the guy called Shammy on YouTube called Overwatch vs Paladins. Fantastic video.
Seen this video.
He barely makes videos. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. Go check him out. He's a sweet boy. Give his owl head a little kiss. Next after that, they showed off very early development, something called Project F, which they describe as it explores the possibilities of traversing the world of Runeterra with your friends.
What?
So it's vaguely a multiplayer game.
Okay.
I'd hope it's maybe it's a co-op RPG. People might not have. I didn't know this until like I started reading a couple years ago. They hired on people to basically retcon and wrangle all the lore of League and Runeterra and like rewrite people's bios and backstory. And they're good.
Really? Oh,
there was good writing behind some of that stuff.
Interesting.
The big one that I noticed was when. Do you know the character Big Tits McPirate Lady whatever her name is,
Oh.
Misfortune.
Oh yeah.
Remember how her names are pirate ladies and like thieves and all that?
Okay.
And Katarina, they have like, hey, we're you know, like, oh, we're gonna get an old champion, redo them. They're gonna redo their design and their gameplay kit, right? During that time, and like their splash art, all their skins, we're gonna redo stuff and try them up because they're old. League is an old fucking game, 10 years old. When they did that, they had a whole event where it was like, all right, here's their backstory that we've redone and retooled. It was like they wrote a small novel for like this event, and it was pretty great. They're really fun reads, and there's a lot of effort. I love the Yordle so much. I doubt it'd be an MMO. If it would, that's exactly what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And you will lose me. Goodbye.
Bye.
But that's probably get more next year, whatever, like their big event or whatever the next big tournament. But that'll be cool. And then the one that I really care about, which we finally got 5 seconds of footage of, which the worst kept secret in Riot. Known this for like fucking 5 years. They are making a fighting game.
Yes.
The only confirmation that matters now was one that it exists and they're still making it. Thank God. We found out at EVO they're still making it because the guy was like, yeah, we're still making it. Next question. We got footage of it. It is confirmed to have League characters in it, which I'm slightly bummed about because I was kind of hoping they were going to do some like new IP that they're making.
Yeah.
But thank God it's alive.
Yeah.
So the reason that this matters is the team that was making this, they had another game that was like only on PC and like Windows 10's store or some bullshit.
Oh, the Windows Store.
I'm forgetting the name of it, but it was a fighting game where it was like the cast was a bunch of like humanoid looking robots. But the idea of it was they allowed you to play a fighting game without having to do the inputs. So your specials were not inputs. Well, they were inputs, but they were really simple, but they were on cooldowns like a MOBA.
Oh.
So it was a different way to play a fighting game that didn't require some things that might stop people from learning how to play a fighting game traditionally. And I'm curious if they're going to put that stuff into this game that's based off of MOBA's IP.
Yeah.
Or if they're just going to go, fuck it, let's make it a fighting game.
Yeah.
I don't know because
What would you rather have?
I'd rather traditional, but I did enjoy what they were going for. It was a cool system. I liked it a lot, actually. I want maybe like a mix of both. Like some of that stuff and like a new system. Because it was neat. It was a game that didn't last very long. Because, you know, Windows, like PC exclusive fighting games. PC don't last.
PC and fighting games don't mix.
It's not like
there's not a market for PC gamers.
There is if it's a game that's niche that nobody's playing because they provided on the PC for like servers. That's it. Like it's not like for new fighting games. It's not a thing.
Yeah.
Also because netcode in fighting games is bad. I'm really happy that people in the FGC are like, hey, where's the good netcode? Where's rollback netcode? Where is it? Like when a character got announced for Guilty Gear recently called Axel, who looks so much better because he's wearing pants and he's wearing like a cool fucking flannel jacket. He looks so dope.
Yeah.
Not flannel, but like a denim jacket. He looks way better. The chat was spammed with GGPO, rollback netcode, good servers. And I'm like, I'm happy the character's back because he looks not like shit. Thank God I'm happy.
Yeah.
Because don't be mean, but every time it comes up, ask him, well, what's the rollback going to be like?
Yeah.
Playing fighting games online for most games is dog dicks.
Yeah.
The last good game that had like good netcode.
Smash Ultimate.
Dude, I'm so mad. I'm so mad about it. Buy a fucking extension to have a wired connection for $50, and even then it's still like dog turds.
Yeah.
No, the last good one was Killer Instinct.
By the way, it's not like it's like 10.
It's a lot of money for a thing that should have been in the fucking box.
It's not a lot of money. It's just money.
It should have been $0. It should have been, hey, I want this, and they sent it to me for free.
It's more than
and I get a signed thing from Miyamoto going, I'm very sorry for killing Paper Mario myself with my cold bloody hands.
Yeah, he kisses you on the forehead and comes to your house.
And he goes, and he plays the Mario theme on the guitar like he did for Jimmy Fallon.
Yep.
With Reggie.
All right. Anyways,
I'm hype.
Yeah,
I'm hype for League things that aren't League.
I'm hyped.
I'm hype for League's universe because its universe is cool.
Who care about League stuff? I have not cared about League stuff for like 6 years, like Jesus was saying. But
yeah, I haven't cared for 5.
Yeah. So
but goddamn, I love those character designs so much. There's so many good ones.
I get it. I have.
It's a universe that's been begging for spinoffs that hasn't gotten any like big ones. They've gotten like little like iOS or like website games for like April Fools, but like no, give me a video game.
Yeah, it needs love.
Give me a video game.
I'm glad it's getting love. I'm excited for the shooter.
The shooter is the one that I'm really
curious about the fighting game.
Yeah.
But
I just want to see footage of those two.
As someone who I'm a PC, I like PC shooters. Like
and there's not a ton coming out that are like primarily based that are based for like for PC.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I guess it's not a new IP, but I guess a new IP in this specific.
It's
genre.
new. It's new enough.
Yeah.
It might as well be new since it's only had a game.
Yeah.
Which is League of Legends.
Yeah. So, specifically like League this is the first time they're doing a shooter. So like I'm considering this a new whatever.
Yeah, because that fighting game's been kicking around.
The last
for like
one
4 or 5 years.
the last main one that like mattered was what fucking
like a new one.
Yeah, what's that a new shooter that was like primarily like a PC? Most of them are at this point.
I guess the first Wolfenstein reboot.
I'm thinking, I guess multiplayer more than anything else.
Titanfall 2.
Titanfall 2.
It wasn't, but it was.
No.
It is actually better on PC.
It is
because you can do sliding and cool shit much easier on a mouse.
Other than
Counter-Strike, Global Offensive.
You know what? I would say other than I guess battle royales have really been it. PUBG,
Fortnite,
Fortnite. Fortnite. Four Nuts has really.
Four Nuts 2.
By the way, Four Nuts 2 is alive, obviously. So they
still the best marketing strategy of all year. It's so smart.
It was instead of saying, "Hey guys, servers are going to be down for 2 days."
Fortnite's gone.
So fucking good.
Because
I have no qualms for.
It's so smart because it's literally what kids say when a game doesn't work. Is the game gone?
Yeah.
It's so smart.
So good. All right.
That guy's a giga marketing guys. That's a giga brain move.
Yeah. All right.
Let's talk about fucking server maintenance.
Let's talk about the stupid controller for a real quick second.
Oh God,
guys, pull up your Chromes.
I saw this today and
Googles.
I vomited in my mouth a little bit.
Go to your Googles.
If you're in the market for Joy-Cons,
I might buy this.
Hey, it's cheaper than a legit pair.
Yeah, how much are they?
$60.
Fuck, never mind.
Oh no, it's $10 over a regular Joy-Con.
Oh, never mind. Fuck this.
Yeah, but what is the company who's making it? Is it just Nintendo?
I think is it Hori?
Oh no, the hardware company Sades, which I've never heard of before.
Never heard of. I thought it was Hori.
Are making a motherfucking GameCube Joy-Con pair.
Now,
and yes, that does include the nipple of a C-stick.
And it includes a D-pad. It includes
probably gonna be like shit.
Also, the main thing
is even curved in.
The shape of
shit, I just noticed that.
The shape of these.
It's like a Twinkie that I sat on.
The shape of water. The shape of this is
a good movie. Underrated movie. People go watch it.
I haven't seen the movie where the guy fucks or the woman fucks a fish.
Yeah, I get it right.
Yeah.
It was consensual, you fuck.
I didn't say rape. I said fuck.
Yeah, you did. I heard it in your voice hole. In your throat box.
Throat box is good. Throat box is my favorite Netflix original movie.
I get it. Like Heart-Shaped Box by Nirvana. I get it. I'm smart.
All right, guys.
I watch Rick and Morty.
This fucking controller. Google this controller. Look up GameCube Switch or GameCube Switch Joy-Con.
I want to hold it.
Me too. I bet it's trash. But also I like the idea that it exists.
I want it to be like.
This is what I like. Okay, this is an unexpected thing about Joy-Cons that have come out. Because when they announced the Joy-Con system, I was like, these are cool, whatever. But I never expected these like third-party, like unique Joy-Cons. Remember what was the big ones that for Daemon X Machina?
Oh yeah,
those exist. All these crazy grips that are coming. Like
I always saw it coming. It took longer than I thought because I think people realized, what do we take out to make a Joy-Con but still sell it for profit? And it's what do you take out? Take out the HD rumble, take out the IR cameras.
But that's the thing about this one is it has rumble and motion sensor. And
it has it has NFC for amiibos, gyro support.
Yeah, and what you can use it wirelessly. And you can wake up your Switch with it. And
it can also micro USB. But on HD rumble and no IR camera on the right Joy-Con. That's what it says on the article.
What?
Yeah, HD rumble and the IR camera on the right Joy-Con are no goes.
But is a rumble at all?
I guess if it's none on the right one, then there's none in the whole thing.
Whatever. I guess rumble
those cost money to do. The mechanics of it cost something.
Yeah.
But usually in Joy-Con things to take both things out.
Those third-party Joy-Cons usually don't have wireless. You can't use them wirelessly at all. You can only use them. So the fact that you can use them wirelessly is a very big deal. I think.
They are $60 though.
They are $60, however.
At least it's for the pair.
Yeah. So I don't know. Well,
you buy them because they look like the GameCube.
Yeah.
And you just want to have something fucking stupid, basically, because they look not great. Maybe that D-pad's the best D-pad we've ever gotten, and maybe it's worth buying.
Hey, I'm surprised the D-pad on the
Switch Lite is still bad, by the way. I tested somebody's; it's not good. I made this. Smile.
PowerA. The PowerA GameCube Switch controller is surprising. Has a very, very good D-pad. It's my favorite D-pad for my Switch.
You don't use a PowerA if you care about input lag, though. But very few people listening to this care about that, if at all.
Yeah. So.
And I do.
Yeah. I use it when I'm playing Tetris 99.
Smoking fools.
Because as a big fat A button, and
that's just the GameCube controller, though.
Yeah, actually, like the A and B buttons.
I love the GameCube's A button so much.
Yeah, the A and B buttons are perfectly placed for a game
A,
like
Y,
this.
X, and B are such a smart, dumb design for buttons.
Yeah, and then the D-pad's really good. So
good controller.
I use it for platformers. I use it like 2D platformers. I use it for like Tetris stuff.
I would never use that for a first-person shooter, though.
Oh fuck no! I
use it for third persons when I played RE4 on the
button layout, bro. But it's
play RE4. RE4 was a game to play.
There's a game. The games would have to would have to have been designed to like make sense with
RE4.
Okay, yeah.
RE4. It's on every console ever made. RE4.
Okay.
If you buy it, because
I have a lot of shooters on Switch. They're all dumb.
I wouldn't say do it in a first-person game because I don't think it'd be that comfortable. Third person, I think it's fine. I've done it before. I've done it in a while, but I've done it before.
The only one I did third person was probably like Paladin or something.
It's okay.
Unit. All right. Okay, so yeah, there's that. Fucking Google it. It looks
so dumb
hilarious.
looking.
All right, let's talk about. We only have 10 minutes left. So
it is not as dumb as the Capcom joystick. It has Capcom logo on it.
Thing, and we'll just move on to the Blizzard thing because we only have like 10 minutes left, and I feel like this is gonna.
They announced that they have 6 main stage mystery announcements coming up in BlizzCon.
Yeah, that's what matters.
Or immediately after the initial keynote when the convention kicks off.
Okay.
They're supposedly supposed to be. It's supposed to be like, kind of back to back, of like, hey, new thing, which they've kind of done before. Rumored potential topics are Diablo 4, which has to be announced this year. Has to be.
Only for the Vita.
No, it's for the 3DS.
Fuck yeah.
Not the new 3DS, the original 3DS.
Yeah,
they make it incompatible for some reason.
That'd be so funny.
That's been kind of suspected to be here. There's been like listings of Diablo 4 like in weird Hong Kong stuff, and the shit show of Diablo showing up in a mobile game last year was not well received.
You all have phones.
Which is peanuts compared to what they've fucked up this year.
Yeah.
They've never fucked up ever big before in their entire career.
I should bet you all have phones as like one of my donation sounds.
It's funny, but that's peanuts looking at it now compared to what they've fucked up this year. It's really funny to look back on it now. Rumored Overwatch 2, which has been talked about. Yeah. Warcraft 3 Reforged, so like just to show it.
Yeah.
Because we announced last year.
People care about Warcraft.
Another World of Warcraft expansion.
Yep.
And then potential and then showing off the Diablo 2 remaster.
Yeah.
And then maybe some stuff they've never shown off before.
Cool.
New stuff. Fuck no. I don't buy that at all.
Neither do I, but that'd be fun.
Oh, and probably a Hearthstone expansion.
Oh, definitely. Definitely something about Hearthstone.
Because they have to. It makes too much money.
Yeah. All right, so that's all we have about Blizzard, guys. So bye. I'm kidding. Fucking hilarious. So what the fuck? What's happening? What's happening, China? What's happening, Mr. Tencent? My friend Ricky and I were going through looking at all the things that Tencent have stake in U.S. companies. Fuck. I'm terrified. There's too many.
You never noticed?
No. Well,
they're not the fattest stakes, but they do own stakes in a lot of companies.
Told?
That's their strategy.
I've been told this. I haven't like looked. Like I haven't seen what they were. You know what I mean? It's like I've been told that like they own everything, but also
like there was a big deal that like they have a stake in Discord. They have a stake in
Tesla was the one that hurt my soul.
Why?
I like Tesla a lot.
No, but what does Tencent owning a part of Tesla have anything to do with your life?
Oh no.
I've always wondered this. No, explain. Like, why does that bother you?
Oh, because...
Explain. Like, I'm actually like, what's the problem?
I feel like...
You don't own a Tesla.
Yeah.
What's the problem? You don't do business with Tesla. What is the problem?
God damn it.
No, like, I'm asking a real question.
I
like,
know.
What is the problem?
I think Teslas are cool. As someone who likes tech, it's one of those things that, like, if you like tech, you get it. Like, it's...
China likes tech. They make tons of good shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes better than the U.S.
Like, Huawei stuff I like.
So what is a company that's known for just putting their money in every pot that exists on Earth? Yeah. What is their problem with it being on Tesla?
It feels like... you feel.
I'm not baiting you. I'm asking you a real question.
I know you're just being really. It's
because when you get asked a genuine question, you go, "Oh, I have to answer a question."
Well, no, you're coming at it a little harsh. Like
no, because I'm legitimately baffled. Why? Why does it matter?
Yeah.
What the fuck do you care?
Do you not care about this Tencent stuff at all?
I care enough, but the Tencent stuff is small potatoes compared to the actual controversy.
Okay.
It's small potatoes.
Okay.
They're a company that's big as business. Okay. It doesn't fucking matter compared to the actual problem.
Okay. Got it. I was curious.
And also, from what I've heard, they don't like China anyways. So it's not that related to the story. But it's been known. Tencent owns a lot of pieces in a lot of companies, gaming or not. That's just a thing. It's been known forever. Mm-hmm. They own part of Riot, good chunk of Riot actually. All kinds of companies. Yeah. Whether you know them or not, they own a good bit of companies that you probably use their products for.
Yeah.
That's how company work.
Yeah. I don't like it, but whatever.
Amazon owns Twitch. Get over it.
Yeah.
You have to deal with this bullshit. Because companies are big and powerful.
Yeah.
And this fucking world's a nightmare sometimes.
Yeah.
With business. How it is.
I don't like companies owning like
everything. Disney.
Yeah. Even though I'm still
Amazon.
Even though I'm still gonna give it my money and eyes.
We don't have a fucking choice.
Yeah.
Just because
they make shit I like, I just don't
like. Just because a company makes things like doesn't mean you have to like them.
No, yeah. Well, this is what I'm saying. Whatever. Anyways.
That's not a controversial statement. That's just a thing.
I'll still. Yeah, this is why when you're saying it's like, what's their problem?
That's why I'm legitimately like confused. Like, why are you saying in this tone? I don't get it. You don't own a Tesla, so why are you like beefing with Tencent?
I think you're making it bigger than it actually is.
No, because you went, I don't like it now. Like that's why I'm like,
not what I mean. No.
The tone of it, I was like, what?
Okay,
it was shocking.
I think there was a misunderstanding here.
That's why I'm so confused. What does this matter to you?
It was more just like one of those things. Like, Tencent owns like.
China bad. That's what it sounded like to me.
No, it was, yes, but no, I'm kidding. No, it was simply...
I want an answer.
It was simply this, like, Tencent... I don't like companies owning like stock and everything, and it was upsetting when I saw that like, oh, they also have it in Tesla because I enjoy the brand Tesla. I know that sounds silly, but like
no, it doesn't sound silly. You are silly. But I'm gonna let you hold that L.
Yeah, I like the product. That I like Tesla cars. They think they're cool. I like tech, so it's a computer on wheels, and I think that's neat. I like to see innovation happen in tech.
You like Huawei?
I like Huawei phones. I don't like Huawei's company, but I like Huawei phones. I have a Huawei watch.
There you go. You prove to the FBI that's listening to this you're not a government spy.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you need to prove.
Yeah.
Say you don't like their phones. You're not a government spy.
Oh, I like their phones. I just don't like their company.
No, but like, remember the whole shit with them shutting them out of China and all that bullshit that's still going on.
I know Trump, whatever.
Well, because hey, this company is kind of owned by the Chinese government. That's a little fucking weird.
Also, the phones that are in their country are spying. They mix the shit that spies on Chinese citizens.
We have proof of that. Hey, can you give us stuff? No. Okay, well then we're gonna stop for like a minute until you give us the stuff, and then the whole fucking thing.
It's shit because I think. It's hard because like
it is suspicious. I'll give it that.
It's just frustrating. Like I like tech. Like I like seeing tech move forward, and I like competition.
You like human progress.
I do, and tech is a really awesome way to see like that manifest, like as a real world application.
Without China, we wouldn't have the hit movie Gemini Man starring Will Smith and Will Smith.
Big fact. But like for example, the folding phone stuff, like Huawei's folding phone was going. It was not great, but it existed. But it existed. It was competition to the Samsung one, and now that Huawei can no longer use Android for now, but they can't use Google products for now.
Legally, actually, I have a good feeling they're not going to give a fuck.
They've already said that they're going to make everything you can sideload versions of Google on there. There's ways to work around.
It's going to be a hiccup.
But regardless, it pretty much like cut them off at the knees to compete in the mobile marketplace now.
But what does it have to do with Blizzard? Why are we talking about Tencent owning companies?
Okay, I don't know. Did I bring it up or did you bring it up?
No, I'm bringing it back because you said after like the story came out, you went with a friend and looked at what Tencent was owning.
Yeah.
So what
that was the thing we were doing.
What's that have to do with Blizzard? That's why I'm bringing it back.
Because they own, what is it? They're how much of an They have stock in Activision. Yeah, 10% of Activision.
I know that number off the top of my brain because I've known it for a long time.
Okay, 10% of Activision. Activision Blizzard.
Yes, that's actually what it is.
Yeah, Activision Blizzard. Activision / Blizzard, or whatever the fuck.
It's Activision Blizzard.
Yeah. So there you go. Okay. So are we going to talk about the Blizzard story or not? I feel like you have completely paused.
What do you want to say? Like, I'm waiting on you. Like, why does the Tencent thing matter in this story?
I don't care. Whatever. I don't care. I feel like
why? Like, because that part of the story does not what I was going to talk about at all.
That's why I want to move on. I don't care that much.
So why'd you bring it up?
I just said one thing, and you were like,
I asked you a question. You went, I don't know.
I know, but then I answered it.
And then you stalled for time to find an answer.
I didn't know because you had a tone. This is retarded.
This is the dumbest thing.
I know. I'm trying to move on. I said let's move on.
And I gave you an out to move on, and you could have went, oh, nothing. Here's the story, and then you just kept going. What do you mean? And then you got angry.
I'm not angry. I just want to move on.
Just because you're louder doesn't mean you're right. God damn it! Start slapping on shit.
I know I'm not. This is the
brain rot talking.
This whole thing just started from a miscommunication on both of our parts.
Yeah, because you were going to a tangent of like Tencent owns these companies now, and then I was asking you to go.
I said a thing that I meant to be just a one-off, whatever.
Yeah,
and then you wanted to expand it, and I said, no. Here's what happened. I said,
cut this. By the way, this is bullshit. Cut this. You won't, but this is some bullshit.
Whatever. Whatever.
Because I wanted to know where was this going. Why would that's not a thing you just go on a one-off. That's its own topic.
All it was going
on Chinese ownership of American companies.
Here's all I was trying to do with it was say like Tencent has stake in Blizzard and Activision Blizzard.
It's stake in my mom.
Oh, because it was
and my dog.
It was a side note to this story.
That's why I was
we were talking about Call of Duty Mobile and stuff like that. Like it was.
Because Tencent to me for the story means literally nothing. That's why I was so confused.
And I kept saying it was just a side note. That's all it was.
So I was hoping you had something.
And you kept wanting to go for some reason.
I was hoping you had something like to go with it.
I said I didn't. I said I didn't right away.
I know that before. I was hoping you were going to like be clever and like do a cool thing. I have faith. And then I was let down.
I blame you on this.
Like a dad watching his kid play Little League and watching them strike out for the 5th time. That's what happened.
I don't know why you wanted to keep going on this. Whatever. Fuck it. Blizzard.
What'd they do? I want to hear what you think. Because I know you have different opinions on me. What did Blizzard do that got a bunch of fucking hot water and let them say the dumbest things I've heard PR companies say in like the past? That's Pepsi.
Okay.
This is almost as bad as the Pepsi
What
shit.
was the first thing that they did with this Hong Kong stuff? I believe it
was...
The
story was it was a tournament for Hearthstone.
Right.
Because they have a whole like an official like esports thing where a player named Blitz Chung, well, that's his handle.
Yeah.
Won a tournament, won his 10 grand, and then after the stream of like the game, it was like hey, let's talk to the winner and do an interview.
Yeah.
He put on like a mask.
He put on one of the it wasn't it was just the
the mask that they wear in the protests because they're getting fucking gassed.
Yeah.
And then talk about like support for Free Hong Kong and all that.
Yes.
And as he's saying that, the two casters duck out of the way under the table out of fear.
Mm-hmm.
Then the stream is just kind of like transitioning to an end. You can find a clip of it. It's deleted, but you can go find it. Then afterwards, Blizzard decides to take all the winnings away from the winner.
And then also fire those casters.
Fires the casters from doing anything for Blizzard's officials. Yeah. And then bans Blitzchung for playing anything in Hearthstone for a full year.
Yep. So yeah, fuck that.
Why fuck that? Is it because it's the dumbest reactionary shit to ever do to kowtow to one country?
Yeah, yeah.
Is it because it's the dumbest shit I've seen as a response to it too? But they fire people who weren't doing anything with it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's fucking crazy that this happened. I am so bad. They back. Well, the addition to it that they backed off a little. I believe they reinstated the two, or they're like, hey, they gave some of his winnings back. Like I think like half of it or something.
Which is even worse, by the way.
And they halved his ban for like 6 months.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like having all this stuff is like worse than just committing to their
it's really funny to me looking at it now.
Yeah.
Just because most people don't give a fuck about what happens after the tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Like I don't think this would have been a big a deal if Blizzard had left it alone.
Yeah, most people don't watch that stuff.
But man, Blizzard Activision really, really want to keep that Chinese money.
Yeah.
They want it so bad.
Yeah.
And me and we're not really like, well, I don't know. I think we both agree that we're not susceptible to the whole brands and companies are your friend. And I think most human beings are aware of this fake woke shit they're doing to get brownie points.
Oh, yeah.
I think even like people that don't care about like political shit or whatever, like getting into in the weeds.
Any company that mentions anything political is
doing
it simply because they think it's going to get them more money. A lot of people
understand that most companies, it's just to earn brownie points.
Yeah, regardless of what side they take, they're doing it to try to get more money. That's their goal.
With the whole like the Gillette thing, which was the big thing last year. Yeah. All these things of like, you guys don't really care.
Well, the biggest thing this year was all those companies doing the like participating in the like Gay Pride Month.
That happens every year, and it pisses me off every fucking year. But that's a different thing that gets me angry.
It's related because it's just like
that is related for sure.
Yeah, it's just
guess what? Blizzard does that too.
Yeah. They don't give a shit about gay rights at all. They just
people in the company do.
Yeah,
the people who say the studies show that if we do this, we'll keep this revenue in.
The people whose idea was to change their logo for a month to a rainbow flag.
That's just a marketing. I'm going, hey,
marketing shit.
It shows that people of this demographic will give us more views on interaction on social media for X amount of
14 to 22-year-olds or whatever.
In this market, in the English and European market, it's a bunch of marketing bullshit.
Yeah,
but it's really bizarre to see it so openly lied to our fases from a company this big.
It's weird.
It's funny. I enjoy this because fuck this company.
Yeah.
Like have you heard about like the whole talk of people of Blizzard using Overwatch as their PR vehicle when things go bad for them?
What do you mean?
Okay. I believe it didn't start with Tracer. I believe Tracer's thing was like legit. They were going to want to do that. It just took them time because they were bad with updating it. Remember when whenever they had a controversy about like, I don't know, loot boxes or them shutting down Heroes of the Storm as like a legit esports thing, or when they had the Diablo mobile scandal. What would happen with Overwatch?
Oh, wait, did they do
show off a new character or go, hey, did you know that Sombra's on the autism spectrum? Did you know that Soldier 76 is gay now, even though we're never going to show it ever? Don't ask us. He's gay now. Or like all of that shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, I always kind of like, this is a little weird and I don't think this is genuine.
Yeah.
Like, it's pandering in the way that people think all like LGBT representation is pandering because those turbo nerds don't know how to...
Putting a trans flag in Celeste is pandering.
No, it's like...
No, but I'm saying it's not that.
It's saying somebody's gay to say that they're gay and then not actually show it. It's that shit that everyone hates no matter who you are.
Look at us, we're inclusive because we put a gay in there.
Yeah, that's what Soldier 76 really felt like because that's nowhere in the story at all. Tracer I could buy because they were writing shit for a long time, whatever. And it's like, it's gross. It's fucking gross.
Yeah.
If it's, I believe in some of it is that. In my heart of hearts and my cynical fucking heart. Will they do it again? Or do they think that they can't fool people with it anymore if it's actually what they're doing?
They haven't done anything yet, have they?
BlizzCon is like a week and a half away.
And I am you guys
fucking
posted.
Stoked.
Yeah.
I haven't been excited for BlizzCon in like 5 years. I'm so excited.
What I'm excited to see is all the people wearing gas masks that are going to go
there. No. My thing is, are they going... Okay, do you ever watch BlizzCon at all?
No, never in my life.
They always have Q&As.
Oh, yay.
Are they going to leave those Q&As? Because if they leave Q&As up,
This is gonna be the best.
Are they going to filter questions?
Yeah,
because they never do. That's how we got. That's how we got. This is out of season April Fool's joke.
Yep.
It's how we got Red Shirt Guy fixing the lore.
Yeah. Oh shit, you're
all
right.
These moments of like people going, "Hey, this is bullshit. Fix this." Or we got my favorite moment of Blizzard as a company being dickheads is you think about Old Warcraft, but you don't. We get like that. Hey, even if that shit is like they're kind of dickheads or like they say weird things to it.
Yeah.
At least they keep the Q&As open, right?
Yeah.
To talk about anything in the game, whether it's like character representation, whatever, or like where the game's going, game plans, balance, everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. They leave it open. But they've never been in more shit as a company overall than they have been right now.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's some intern going, fuck, a Diablo 4 trailer better be really fucking nice.
Yeah.
Or this Overwatch 2 thing or whatever, it better look great. What are they going to do now? Because there's no way people are not going to show up just to ask those questions or dress up as Winnie the Pooh or as
Winnie the Pooh's going to be the best.
Or as May.
May is also a really good one.
That May movement makes me very happy.
Oh, I love the May stuff. I thought you were going to talk about that.
Yeah, okay. That's because it relates to okay.
Yeah.
Some people might not know because they might just be seeing Winnie the Pooh and going, yeah.
Yeah.
It started off actually very innocently. It was just someone on like I think Facebook or like some news thing was like, hey, this picture, like they're comparing him like as a picture of like the current fucking leader of China. Looks kind of like this picture of Winnie the Pooh. Isn't that kind of funny?
Mm-hmm.
And then he went, that's not funny. This is not a joke.
Yeah.
And has banned anything resembling Winnie the Pooh out of China.
Yep.
Any resemblance at all. He's banned from the country.
Yep.
But my sweet little baby boy.
It's like when Putin banned the my picture I have.
It's more insane.
It's more insane, but it's
more
related
insane
to that,
and more tiny dick.
Yeah,
and tiny ego. And it's absurd. It's funny because it's like haha Winnie the Pooh, but then you think of like the power that a man has to go, hey, if I don't want a fake yellow bear to show up, what else can I do?
Yeah.
And that's where the politics of current China are going right now, which we're not going to go get fucking into. That's a whole.
I'm noticing you're like purposely trying to.
Well, because that's the thing that's a different. It's like it's too complicated. It's not for this. It's too much.
We're trying to keep.
It's also like it's a 4-decade old story. It's too much.
Yeah.
If you want to argue it, it's like as old as ancient China. That's a whole different fucking ball game.
Yeah.
But the people trying to turn, I think the goal, which is funny to me, if they turn May into the next Winnie the Pooh. China's big character in that game is May.
Mm-hmm.
She's the Chinese representation.
Ban May from, oh my God, dude.
So I have a feeling people are still doing it now. Well, because people are dressing up as the rioters and protesters, like in the same outfits for fan art on Twitter.
Yeah, that's what I've seen.
Twitter's banned in China, but fucking people get through and they post pictures and everything on
the amount of what's it called?
They're getting a lot of retweets, a lot of attention.
May fan art as the protesters I see everywhere.
And what are they going to do? Ban May cosplay at their Blizzard events?
Yeah.
When they have
one of their biggest
things is a cosplay contest?
Yeah.
Are they going to go, hey, your cosplay is good, but we're going to ban you from on stage?
Oh, wait.
Because we don't like politics?
Wait, there's a cosplay contest?
Every year. And there's amazing cosplays every year. And they're fantastic.
I want all of the cosplays to be them mixing the riots.
Are people going to have like, hey, I'm going to dress up as like an orc, but I'm going to put on a gas mask when I walk away from the camera because they're live streamed. What the fuck is going to happen?
A Winnie the Pooh version of May.
Hey, respect gays because China doesn't like, China's not a fan of the LGBT stuff at all. What if they just go, I'm gay, and they walk off the stream like someone gets on the stage? China doesn't like that.
Or if they do like a couples cosplay and like a two guys
as like May and Mercy, or May and Winnie the Pooh or some bullshit.
They just make out on camera.
Like what the fuck is gonna happen? Because thousands of people show up to Anaheim.
If you guys are listening to this, you're gonna go to BlizzCon. Do one of these things, please.
Like
Also, don't, because I don't want you to get shot.
They're going to shoot you at BlizzCon.
I know.
Have you ever been to Irvine and Anaheim?
Yeah.
There's not that much crime. That's on the street.
Anaheim, not well. There's some parts of Anaheim that are like don't go there, but Irvine's nice.
If there's any crime in Irvine, it's all in tech crime. It's all in Bitcoin stealing and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Will people show up outside of the BlizzCon Center to protest outside?
Yeah.
Because people did walkouts at the company already, like inside the company. Where hey, fuck this, no.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, that's fucking ballsy. Because I'm not gonna go into it, but you can look up your own thing. Blizzard's whole like culture and their pay and where they have to live is not
was it last
great.
year that they did
last year people came out and like, hey, some of the people working at Blizzard, we can't afford to live here in this city, this big tech city, because people might know Irvine is very expensive by ourselves, so we have to room with our coworkers.
Yeah.
Because we're not getting paid enough to live here.
Yeah, it's like 6 people
in
like
one of the biggest companies on planet Earth.
Yeah.
Activision Blizzard.
Yeah, they're working on Overwatch and can't pay for food.
And the biggest MMO on Earth and Hearthstone.
Yeah, it's shit. That's why,
It's fucking bizarre to see Blizzard fall this way. I'm not sad because the people who made that company great left along. The last person that I think was trying their best that we could see was Ben Brode, the guy who used to run Hearthstone. And I disagreed with some of his decisions on like the game. But when he left, I was like, this game's something changed in like the way the game was coming out. And I'm like, that's when I started to quit afterwards.
I have a question though. Do you think that any of this is going to sink Blizzard Activision?
No, hell no.
Yeah. So all of this stuff in the grand scheme of things most likely doesn't matter.
But it poisons the brand.
Oh, for sure. The brand.
People worship Blizzard's feet as they pissed on the snow.
Yeah.
They
that
didn't
make
care.
sense, but yeah, I know what you meant.
It's like it's no matter what they did.
Yeah.
Blizzard did a lot of dumb shit with their games that people still like, oh no, it's good.
Yeah.
Example, with Warcraft. They shat on that game multiple times and ruined it multiple times. People go, no, this game's so great. More people over time would go, man, fuck this game. But people still go, no, this game's fantastic.
I've seen like zero defense of Blizzard during this.
Recently. It's been recent the past 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
The last big one that started this was Diablo 3's launch. That was like the first like, hey, wait a minute. What is this company doing? They used to be like the perfect PC company.
Yeah.
They were the PC guys.
Oh, I know.
It was, hey, Blizzard makes a game every 4 to 5 years. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And it was. Forever.
Dude, Diablo 2 is like one of the
best games ever made.
One of the most important PC games ever. Like
of all time.
It straight up is. Yeah.
It's like almost like a perfect game.
World of Warcraft. I mean,
World of motherfucking Warcraft.
I mean, literally is.
It made MMOs the biggest thing.
I would say is
for like 5 years.
Do you think it's the most important PC game? What's the most important PC game of all time?
Like
Doom
or Wolfenstein. I don't know. But it's one of the most important games ever made.
It's in there. It's in the top 5.
World of Warcraft is like a cultural touchstone. Like it's a piece of human history. It's massive. Yeah. It changed the earth.
It literally did.
We studied disease control in that fucking game. People got married and like fought over. Like it's crazy. That game's such a big deal.
We found like all of the like research into video game addiction and all that stuff
done through like MMOs and WoW.
With WoW.
We went, hey, WoW's a problem. People letting their babies die in Florida. This is a problem.
The South Park episode.
Hey, that episode's fucking great, by the way.
Yeah, that episode's like a classic.
Even if you don't like WoW or like another thing, MMOs, still holds up. Yeah. Mom, poopy. To my friends,
still makes me laugh.
To this day, me and my friends were playing anything like, Mom, poopy, I'm gonna take a shit. And we just do it every time. It's super valid.
Yeah, it's good.
It's also because that happened on a real Twitch stream. Yeah. Have you seen that clip?
No.
The one was like, it's like a mom and like this kid streaming his game. So he's playing Mafia 3, by the way. Not a game like worth shitting yourself over.
This is like 4 years ago.
Yeah, and he was like, is that shit I smell? Get up, go take a shit. Oh, I don't want to. You're shitting yourself. Stop. Have you not seen this video?
For Mafia 3?
You playing Mafia? Like, dude, for Mafia 3?
Oh, man, you can pause that one.
You're shitting yourself. Get up. No, come on, I'll get up later. No, oh my God. It's recorded too.
That's good.
That guy still streams, by the way.
Cool.
I love the internet.
I'll follow him.
So yeah, Blizzard sucks.
Yeah, Blizzard sucks.
As a company. Yeah. There's good people there, and I feel really bad for them. Like, lots of good people working. I knew one who left when it was getting bad 2 years ago, and he went, that was a fucking nightmare company, never again.
Remember when I applied?
It used to be, dude, that used to be the company, like, hey, you want to make games? And like, you care about this, like, for real? You come work with us.
Yeah.
Blizzard used to be what people thought Google was 10 years ago. Of like, this is the holy grail place you want to work at. You want to work in this industry.
Yeah. Well, Google's not that anymore, but yeah.
But people thought that it was like a magical, it wasn't like perfect, but it was a kind of better place back then. People thought Blizzard used to actually be that.
Still is actually kind of cool, but I mean, yeah, I know what you mean.
You ever seen like old Pixar, how what it used to be like, where you're riding bikes and like.
Yeah.
But you still like, you're a hardworking motherfucker. Did you care about this? We don't treat you like garbage. Well, as of now.
And as long as you're not a Jew. That's like old Disney stuff.
Well, some of the head, that scandal with the head of animation at Pixar and other bullshit. It wasn't perfect, but hey, it was like, got to break a few eggs.
Companies are cool.
Companies are fucking awesome. They do great things to their workers all the time. Unions are a fucking lie.
I love China and everything they do.
I love China's money, actually, is what both of us do. Hey, well, remember, you've heard about shit with the NBA too, right?
Oh, shit. What was
where a guy spoke out and the NBA was like, you don't mean that.
Yeah, and then he were like,
he's like, I'm going to retract my action against.
No, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't speak out. He was like in support of like China, like he was on China's side.
And then people came out and they was like, no, shut up.
Yeah. He was like,
and then people
first of all, don't give your opinion on this at all. But
and then LeBron James did.
Yeah.
And LeBron said, hey, this guy might have been misinformed. And I'm like, look, I know what you're doing. You're a businessman. I get it.
Yeah. But please, please stop.
It's not worth it for these people's lives. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Fucking basketball makes so much money. It's crazy. We live in crazy times.
All right.
And all because they went, hey, this guy said a thing on a stream that we couldn't control. And now they lit the fucking fire on this bullshit. It's going to be a really fun next 2 weeks.
So we're like 73 minutes. I may or may not.
Everyone, please watch BlizzCon.
I may or may not cut out that whole garbage thing.
Please, it was a waste of time.
It was a waste of time. Misunderstandings are cool, huh? All right, cool. Bye.